Ding! The system has awakened. Binding life simulator. Binding successful. Host. Su Xing. Age. 21 years old. Class. Immortal cultivator. Su Xing is surprised to see this notification because it took 3 years for the system to activate. He is a transmigrator, so there is no way that he won't get his golden finger. After coming to this new world, he found out that it's kind of strange than the world he was before. In this world, a game has descended upon reality, demonic beast, secret realms, instance dungeons, items, and equipment appear one after another. People can change their class to a professional at the age of 18. And 3 years ago, our MC awakened the soul hidden class Immortal Cultivator. It was a special class, so he became quite famous. He was also recruited into one of the nation's top institutions, but soon he discovered a fatal problem and that he can't level up like others. His classmates have level up from bronze to silver, gold, and even higher, but he was still at the level 1 body refining cultivator. But he was not lazy. He put in the work and finally reached level 6 of body refining with the strength of several thousand gene. However, his actual combat power is less than a level 30 bronze rank strength type professional. But everything is going to change now. He has awakened his system, got his golden finger. He starts his simulation without wasting any time, and it goes like this. After awakening his golden finger, he started to help his junior sisters clearing the dungeons and help them level up, also obtained several white grade items, and yeah, those girls gave him money to help them level up. And there is one junior girl who is short on cash, so she paid him in another way. After a night of passion, he began to attempt cultivation and found a world-shaking cultivation technique called the Pangu Splits the Heaven Art. But months later, his cultivation base has not improved, and he finally understood that the immortal cultivation techniques online are all scams. Helpless, he continues to temper his physique with his junior sister. In his spare time, he helps his junior sisters level up while earning some money from them. His good time didn't last that long. A year passes. The junior sister breaks through to become a silver rank professional, and she cuts off all contact with him. His self-esteem is wounded, so he turns grief into strength and finally break through to the 7 level of the body refining. He becomes famous as a power leveler, and a new batch of junior girls drawn to his fame, wanting his help to level up. He becomes rich because of these girls, and in just 3 years he amasses assets worth tens of millions. 5 years later, the school expelled him because he wasn't able to graduate because of his low level, but with the help of his brother Fatty Yu, he opened a shop for professionals' equipment. He quickly make a fortune and become a well-known second-hand equipment dealer in the capital. One day, his parents call and inform him about his sister's dead, and 3 years later his brother Fatty also died. Su Xing is confused about how did his brother Fatty Yu died. He was a prodigy in the entire capital's professional university. How could he just die like that? Next, a sense of crises erupts in his heart like never before, so he decided to cultivate diligently. He spent a year and advanced to the 9th level of body refining. After that, suddenly the prices of potions skyrocket, and no one wanted his equipments. With his shop bankrupt, he chose to go home and retire there. One day, he was cooling off in the courtyard. He looks up and sees a colossal beast blotting out the sky. The beast opens its eyes, and terror shatters all of humanity. Powerful people from all over the county engage the monster in a desperate battle. Su Xing also caught up in one of those battles, and after the beast opened its mouth and swallowed the entire Grand Xia nation. He died at the age of 36. Su Xing is panicking after seeing his future with his own eyes and even his death. Ding! The system notifies him, the reward for your first simulation is free. You may choose one of the following rewards: Spirit Root Holder, Talent, 9th level of Body Refining Cultivation Base. He is shocked to see all of that, the end of the world in 15 years. And he just got his golden finger. Thanks to the future he just saw, it give him a clear goal that he will keep simulating and find a way to break this fate. So he chooses the Spirit Root Holder. Next, he finds out that the simulator reaches with white-grade equipment. After that, his brother Fatty Yu comes and informs him about the new batch of junior girls waiting for Su Xing outside the dorm. Su Xing gets ready to go and help them level them up. He comes outside and informs all the girls that he is going to charge 2,000 yuan for one run through the dungeon per person. And all the equipment and items they get will be his. However, the first-year junior Wang Qingxian doesn't have that much amount of money. Next, in the instance, Su Xing has defeat a beast. His junior sisters are praising him for his amazing strength. The girl starts to give him the money. However, poor Wang Qingxian, who doesn't have money, she gets ready to pay him in a different way. Well, truth to be told, she is not that type of girl, but she doesn't have money, that's why she is trying to pay him differently. Su Xing tells her to just follow him and come with him to the little dark room. And in that room, he is giving her some very good lesson with a stick. He brings her to the right path and that she should never offer herself like that to anyone in the future. She is a very good girl and he is not going to let her walk down that path of crime. For the next week, Su Xing worked hard to earn some money. Junior sisters were all happy because of his help. He is very popular with his junior sisters. They willingly offer these big boings to his face. 1 week later, he has earned 200,000 yuan coins. He uses 200 energy points to start his simulation. The system draws white talent costs 100 energy points and a green talent costs 1,000 energy points. He draws the 100 white points. The system congratulates him on obtaining the white talent. Business elite. His business acumen surpasses that of an ordinary person. When making transactions, he can earn money more easily than a common merchant. It doesn't increase his strength but will help him gain more wealth in the simulation. While leveling up, he also recommended his junior sisters his equipments and skills. And in just 1 year, he earned 30 million. He monopolized the campus's second-hand market. In just 2 years, he became a merchant worth several hundred million. He also established a trade organization called the Tarot Club and opened a shop in Kyoto. After 2 more years passed, he was expelled from school. But as his business grew larger, he drew dangerous attention. His junior sister Wang Qingxian came to cut him down if he doesn't join the mysterious organization. However, Su Xing is now a rich businessman. He doesn't walk down the street alone. He snaps his fingers. Couple of people jumps from the shadow and jumps at Wang Qingxian. But she cuts them down easily. Su Xing is shocked to see that his junior sister has now awakened as a Grandmaster tier professional. Even prodigy like Fatty, you only reach Master tier, but Qingxian in just 5 years, she grew from bronze to Grandmaster. Anyways, Qingxian doesn't want to kill him because he helped her once. She drops her weapon and gives him a kiss. She was after the kiss all along. They spent the night and next morning she was not in the room, and there is a red color on the sheet. After that, he tried to reach out to his junior sister, but she ended up dead. He was shocked to find out a Grandmaster like her to die so easily. He gets ready to uncover this mysterious organization and avenge Qingxian. He began investigating the organization behind Wang Qingxian, but found nothing. He also stayed diligent to his cultivation, and after 2 years, his body tempering improved greatly, reaching its peak. He also told his sister not to enter any dungeon, but just next year, his sister still took dungeon missions and she died. He also investigated his sister's death and only found out that she died in a dungeon called Demon Surpassing Pass. He tried asking around about Demon Surpassing Pass but learned nothing about it, and his good brother Fatty Yu also died that year. When he dug into Fatty Yu's death, he found out that Fatty Yu also died in the Demon Surpassing Pass. And not only him, most of his old classmates also perished in the Demon Surpassing Pass dungeon. Su Xing is shocked to see so many professionals dying in that dungeon, and every one of them had a reason to go there. He continues the simulation, and this year, using his knowledge, he quickly sold low-tier gear and stocked up on recovery potion. He became a business magnate in Kyoto's low-tier professional market. But he never let his guard down, knowing that the world is going to end soon. He tried to warn key people using his wealth and influence, but he failed. No one believed him. Helpless, he could only protect himself, so he sold off his properties and moved to USA with his parents and tens of billions in funds. There he found out the professions were unique there: vampires, werewolves, even Western cowboys. Finally the day come. He was anxious, hoping to escape the disaster hiding in USA. That day, sky-blotting demon appeared above USA. No one was able to stop that demon, and the world ended once again. He died at the age of 36, and the simulation ended. Now he can choose one reward: Business Elite or Peak of Body Tempering. Business Elite cost 1,000 points, and Peak Body Tempering cost 500. He chooses the Peak of Body Tempering. His strength is now equal to the professionals who just reached silver. Business Elite may bring wealth in the simulator, but in reality it's useless for now. but peak of body tempering is real. With it he can earn better equipment, which he can convert into energy for more simulations. Now he starts to wonder if there is no way to avoid the catastrophe in 15 years. And could the higher-ups already know about it, but there is no way to stop it, so they suppress the truth just to avoid mass panic. He gets ready to learn even more cultivation skills and keep improving his strength. 1 week later, he has collected the money to start another simulation. He draws the white talent and obtains the undying good talent. This skill is great, it helps him see what happened after his death. He begins the simulation begins, and with his increased strength, he spent a year power leveling girls and madly earned 20 million. He also helped Wang Qingxian, and one day, she told him that she got an invitation from the mysterious organization. He tells her not to go, and they spend the night together, but next morning, she was nowhere to be found. There was red color on the bed sheets this time too. Why are they not cleaning the bed sheets, man? And after some time, he ran into missing Wang Qingxian again. He asked her about where has she been all these years. And they spent the night together again. This time also she disappeared in the morning and she left something this time. Also there is no red color on the bed sheet. I think they washed the bed sheet. She left him a cultivation book called Changchun Gong. However, the book was only a half manual. Now that he got a cultivation book, he started cultivating day and night. He spent a lot of time but didn't find a breakthrough in his cultivation. Then he realizes something. Could it be spiritual qi? So he gets ready to find the spiritual qi to continue his cultivation. But before that, he come to his hometown in the countryside to stop his sister from going to the demon surpassing past dungeon. His sister just graduated from college. They spent a period of peaceful and wonderful days together, until some people from the official department came to take his sister to the demon surpassing past dungeon. This time, he is going to stop his sister's death, no matter what. However, his sister turns out to be a Grandmaster tier professional, and Demon Surpassing Pass is a dungeon every Grandmaster has to go to. She left saying she will be back in a month and save some potato chips for her too. She left so happily, but after a month, the news of her death arrived, and soon after that, Fatty Yu also left for the Demon Surpassing Pass because he was also awakened as a Grandmaster tier professional. Anyways, the fluctuation of recovery potions didn't change, and he earned another large sum of money. And there were only 4 years left, so he dedicated all his money and energy in searching for the spiritual qi. He spent a year, but still found nothing. However, one day a mysterious person found him. The person, without giving him any time or answers, started to attack him. Looking at how the person was moving, Su Xing notices that this person is at least a gold tier professional. However, he is also at his peak body tempering stage. He is not a weak person anymore. He grabs that guy's leg. The guy is shocked to see that. Su Xing then throws that guy away. Su Xing thought it was over, but the guy appears behind him and grab him by his neck. That mysterious guy is also surprised to see that Su Xing's level is at least a Grandmaster or even above it, but it's a pity, and he snaps Su Xing's neck. Since his neck is snapped, he dies before he turns 36 this time, but his talent gets activated. Unyielding grudge. Su Xing gets ready to see who is this guy who killed him. Then he finds out that the guy is there for the cultivation book that Wang Qingxian gave him. So looks like this guy is from the mysterious organization. After getting the book, the guy then smashes Su Xing's head. Now Su Xing lost his eyes. His skill also gets deactivated. The simulation also ended. Su Xing is mad because someone just stomped his head and didn't even let him reach age 36. Now he has 2 rewards to choose: the unwilling to die unavenged talent. Cost is 1000 energy point, and another one is longevity art cultivation method. This cultivation method is capable of extending one's lifespan and accelerating the absorption of spiritual energy. And the cost is 3000. He doesn't have that much amount of energy point with him right now, so he chooses the unwilling to die unavenged. With this talent, he wants to see what happens after his death or when the world ends. And he also chooses it thinking that he will run into that guy again in the future simulation. Now he gets ready to earn some money and bring back the longevity art in the next simulation. He keeps making money and leveling up his junior sisters, and now that he has become stronger than before, he is destroying the poor monsters from the dungeon. And all his junior sisters are falling head over heels after seeing how strong he is. Finally, after 1 week, he manages to earn around 700,600 pieces of white equipments. He gets ready to start his simulation once again. This time he has obtained a white talent, calm and collected. No matter how turbulent your inner emotions are, your expression will always remain calm. also commonly known as the poker face. Anyways, for the next year, he leveled up his junior sister in the dungeon. And looking at his junior sisters, his heart always went pew-pew. But on the surface he remained impassive, maintaining the appearance of an upright gentleman. He also kept his distance from Qingxian, and just like previous simulation, Qingxian received an invitation from the secret organization. He tried to stop her but failed, however, when another way. Next day, Qingxian dropped out, and a year later, Su Xing also failed to graduate due to insufficient strength. But hey, he established the Tarot Club and continued his second-hand equipment business, quietly waiting for Wang Qingxian to come to him. Finally, one day Wang Qingxian showed up, and after spending one night with him, she left behind the longevity art for him. This time, Su Xing focuses on searching for the whereabouts of spiritual energy. And this time also he was unable to stop his sister and she died in the demon surpassing pass. And a year later, Fatty Yu also died in the same dungeon. That year, Su Xing invested all his funds into the potion industry, planning to emigrate to the Republic of China after making this fortune, to escape from that unreasonable, mysterious person. Soon after, he found information related to spiritual energy in Jinling City, a Grandmaster-level expert, and she has a treasured item in her possession called a spirit stone. He quickly gets ready to head there with as many gifts as he can bring. He is on his way to get that spirit stone, while thinking how much will that spirit stone worth actually. However, the mysterious person found him and he died at the age of 33. His eyes were stomped out again, and the unwilling to die unavenged talent was deactivated. This time, he chooses the longevity art. The system gives him full info about the longevity art. Pause the video and read the info. He quickly learns the longevity art and is surprised to see that really does have the effect of extending life and preserving youth. Now he has got the longevity art and also has the lead on the spirit stone. He gets ready to focus on finding that spirit stone, but he only has 800,000 in his account and can only be converted into 4,000 energy points at most. He is afraid that it won't be enough to get the spirit stone. At that time, his brother Fatty Yu comes in there, informing him that the headmaster is looking for Su Xing. Su Xing asks his good brother if he can lend him some money, but Fatty Yu is also little tight on money, but is ready to give him 5 million, and the card's pin is his birthday. Su Xing gets emotional after getting that much amount of money, but his brother doesn't want any sentimental words. However, he just want to ask Fatty Yu about his birth date. Fatty Yu gets mad because his little brother doesn't even know his big brother's birth date. Well, even I don't know my brother's birth date. Anyways, Su Xing is off to see the headmaster Lu Xiaodong. He comes to the headmaster's office and the headmaster tells him to voluntarily withdraw from the school for the better for his reputation and the school's. Well, Su Xing is not going to do that. He is enjoying his life there with his junior sisters. There is no way he will voluntarily withdraw from the university. The headmaster gets ready to give him 500,000 dasha coins and even a gatekeeper job if he drops out of the university. Su Xing is mad because the same teacher begged him to join his university and even promised him 3 million, and now that same teacher is trying to humiliate him with a gatekeeper's job. Also, he never got that 3 million. Su Xing leaves from there saying that he will not withdraw, and as for the money, he will not even bet an eye on it because his brother just gave him 5 million. After 1 week, Su Xing gets ready to start his simulation, and this time he obtains a white rank talent. You've gone bald but not stronger. He will experience premature hair loss, shedding more easily than his peers. He is confused he still has his hair. Then suddenly a chunk of it comes in his hand. He did his best to keep his hair but couldn't do anything about it. His thinning hair also affected his charisma, causing him to miss out on many opportunities for intimate discussions with new junior sisters. It becomes so bad that he shaved all of his hair and finally gone bald. For some unknown reason, his bald form prefers to crush dungeon monsters with his fists. Due to his powerful physique, he can often kill them in a single strike. And now his baldness has given him more charisma than before. In just 1 year, he earned 30 million through power leveling services, and become well known as the campus moniker One Punch Man. Qingxian also brought him that cultivation book. This time he didn't accept the book and asked her to just look for the other half of the book. She then joined the mysterious organization, and to avoid disrupting the search for the eternal spring art, he repeated his previous choice, but it's as if the simulation knows exactly what he was thinking. He wonders if his thoughts in reality are fed back into the simulation in real time. Soon, his sister and Fatty Yu also died. He leveraged his benevolent appearance to make a great fortune in the business world. He also used his tarot club to search for any traces of the spiritual stone. He received an intel that a Grandmaster-level expert in Jinling City possesses a treasure known as a spirit stone. And this time he refused that cultivation book that Wang Qingxian brought him, so the mysterious guy won't be coming after him. The spirit stone is a key to his cultivation, and he can finally meet this Grandmaster smoothly. He arrived at that Grandmaster's place, and Su Xing is surprised to see that it's a beautiful lady. Her name is Jin Songxue, and she is 40 years old, and she is impressed by how well-versed is Su Xing in Buddhism. 7 days later, his innate talent activated. As a devout Buddhist, Jin Songxue has a highly favorable impression of him. They become close confidants. She then give him the spirit stone, market value of 300 million. Since they become such a good friend, she is ready to give him all those spirit stone at only 30 million. Su Xing started to cultivate it with the spirit stone, and just half of it was enough to help him break through layer of qi refining realm. And with the spirit root, spirit stone, and a cultivation method, he can officially embark on the path of cultivation once this simulation ends. Songxue brought him something to eat because he's been in the seclusion for 3 days. Su Xing also asked her where did she find those spirit stones, and she found them in a dungeon called Azure Cloud Spirit. Besides the spirit stones, she also obtained a bag of spirit rice, and he is eating the spirit rice right now. Su Xing is surprised to find out that there are cultivation-themed dungeons and they can farm spirit stones and spirit rice. That's amazing. So he asks her about this dungeon, and turns out that it was a limited-time dungeon, and she stumbled upon it by chance in the west of Jinling City mid-November 2023, and the dungeon only existed for 7 days. He is surprised to hear that the dungeon is opening right this year, and today is October 7th, 2023, the dungeon has yet to open. He still has chance to enter it. She also informs him that the old NPC told her that she doesn't have talent for cultivation, otherwise would have received another fortuitous encounter. He is happy to hear that because he has the talent for cultivation. Hearing her, he also realizes that the spirit stone in the cultivation dungeon are secondary. What's more important are the opportunities. He continues his cultivation, improving his techniques and all. Then Songxue come to bid him farewell. She is also going to the demon surpassing pass dungeon. She is also a grandmaster, so has to go. Just like his brother Fatty Yu and his sister, the demon dungeon is killing all his friends and family. He wants to know what exactly is this demon surpassing pass is. And thanks to his unique skill, Songxue gets ready to tell him about the dungeon. And that the demon surpassing pass is humanity's lifeline. The human race has an extremely powerful enemy, and right now the situation at the demon surpassing pass is grim. He wanted to know more about the enemy, but she didn't tell him more than that, and told him that she will arrange someone to look after the Torrent Club and he can continue to live there. But after a month, he attended Jin Songshue's funeral. After that, he sold his all assets worth 50 billion and returned to his old home. Planning to use the body tempering items he bought to break through to the second level of body refinement, bone tempering realm. He cultivated for 3 years, his body refinement cultivation improved, but he was always just short of the bone tempering realm, and the final day also arrived. He shows his middle finger to that monster who doesn't give a shit about it and gulp him down with everything. He died. His talent gets activated and now he is inside the monster's stomach. Not only he, but there are many people there. The stomach starts to do its thing, that is to create acid. Humans in the stomach starts to melt like butter. Su Xing's talent gets deactivated because he also melted away. Anyways, it's reward time, and there are 4 rewards this time. He chooses the 2.5 spirit stones. The stones were cheaper than he expected. Then the system notifies him that there is 1 low-grade stone and needs 100 points to recycle. Anyways, he starts to cultivate, and after a month, the stone has helped him greatly with his cultivation. He still has 2 pieces and gets ready to use them to test his theory. Now all he has to do is work hard and start another simulation. After a week, he has earned enough to start his simulation. He draws a white-grade talent fitness expert. He is more gifted at physical training than the average person. The simulation begins, and for the next month, he made money by gaming with girls during the day, and in his spare time, he absorbed the spiritual stone and cultivate. He also booked a train ticket to Jinling to find that Azure Cloud Field dungeon. He arrived at the same location Songxue told him where the dungeon will appear. He searches everywhere but found nothing and wonders does he needs to look for it with Songxue, then only can he find it. Then he hears someone saying, "Could you please make way?" And it's beautiful Lady Jean Songshue. And she is 30 years old right now. Thank you guys for watching.